Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of Whether or Not. I'm your host, Gavin Sandel, joined by our lovely forecaster, Madison Olms. Madison, I say lovely, but the weather has been anything but lovely this week.
Yeah, and Gavin, it's not going to look much more lovely this weekend. There are some expected rain showers throughout the weekend, but hopefully that sun will be poking through just a little bit.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll hopefully be the case. I know there's been higher temperatures maybe for the next week.
Yeah, and that's going to be looking like our summer send-off for the end of the semester, but for now we're going to still feel like a little bit of spring until we wait for those higher temperatures.
Fair enough. And you do say summer. Unfortunately, with summer looming, unfortunately, this is our last show with Whether or Not. Myself and Maddie are very pleased to have been serving you guys for the last 2 semesters. And Ben Yaya, currently at the back and behind the scenes today. But Matthew Howard has a feature on that coming up later. But for right now, we'll kick it off with Nature in the News. A certain type of weather will almost certainly be above average this year, and it hasn't even made its mark on Earth yet. Each year, several websites and universities forecast the upcoming hurricane season, and several of those forecasters have pinpointed this year to be an extremely active one. We haven't had a season below average since 2015 due to a blend of factors. Steadily high Atlantic sea surface temperatures have consistently fueled hurricanes. The absence of a strong El Nino since then, which limits wind shear and allows cyclonic growth, is another factor. Colorado State University was one of the first to release a forecast in early April. Citing record Atlantic Ocean temperatures and potential La Nina development, the opposite of an El Nino, the university believes there will be 20 named storms as well as 9 hurricanes for this upcoming season. The average amount in a period compiled from 1991 to 2020 is about 14.5 named storms and 7 hurricanes per year. This upcoming season is coming off the heels of another high-activity 2023. This year consisted of 20 named storms and 7 hurricanes, fortunately most of which did not make major impacts on land. It was the first season since 2014 where no hurricane names were retired. Other sites echo what Colorado State believes. Notable schools and companies such as the University of Arizona, the Weather Channel, and Meteo France are each forecasting over 20 named storms as well. The season won't officially start until June 1st, though the threat of cyclone redevelopment can span any day of the year.
A classic battle between the sharks and the jets, or in this case, the yachts and the whales. Environmentalists want yachts popular for fishing and day trips to go no more than 10 knots, or 11.5 miles per hour, at certain times in the year. The goal is to prevent the kind of collisions that have killed 3 whales this year. This planned maximum speed would apply to vessels 35 feet and longer. It could double the time it takes to reach many offshore recreational fishing areas. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration is in charge of protecting endangered and threatened marine animals. NOAA proposed the speed rule when environmental groups demanded change. The North Atlantic right whale is at the brink of extinction. The population has shrunk between 2011 and now, from 509 whales to fewer than 360 today. Fewer than 70 of those whales are reproductive females. Right whales are vulnerable to boat strikes because they spend most of their time feeding at the ocean's surface. Since 2017, 15 have been killed by vessels and 2 others have been seriously injured. The speed limit dispute has been around for about 18 months, but environmentalists are eager to get it approved. In order to keep the whales safe, the speed change should be thought of as a slowdown, not a shutdown. On Friday, we'll be seeing a little bit of sunshine, but hopefully there won't be too much of a damper as we head into the rest of the weekend. Starting off on Friday, we see this high-pressure system sitting over the northeastern coast. We can thank that for the sunshine that we'll be seeing throughout the day. There will be a little bit of clouds mixed in there, but nothing like the Midwest is seeing with that rain system sitting over Illinois and Wisconsin. But unfortunately on Saturday, that rain will be moving over the Commonwealth. Now expect some scattered showers throughout the area. It won't be a full-on damper of a day, but I would be sure to pack your poncho, especially if you'll be going to the Luke Combs concert that night in Beaver Stadium. Clouds will persist in the northeast, and that high-pressure system still sitting right along the coast. As we head into Sunday, that high-pressure system will still be there, but most of those showers have cleared out of the way, with just a few sitting over the northern portions of the Commonwealth in southern New York. Some sunshine will be persisting through the day, and hopefully it won't be too much of a damper, unlike what they're seeing out in Michigan and Wisconsin with that breeze coming through. Now for our weekend recap. On Friday, we'll be sitting at about a temperature of 62 degrees with an abundance of sunshine, but things will be cooling off to about 42 degrees that evening with some clouds moving in, and we'll be bringing some rain with them as well for Saturday. Those rain showers will be persistent throughout the day, but hopefully you'll be able to see just a little bit of sunshine and enjoy the weather when the temperature will be about 58 degrees throughout the day and cool off to about 49 degrees that night. Again, I would remind you to pack your poncho for the Luke Combs concert that night because showers will be persisting and clearing out into the day for Sunday. We see a rise in temperatures to about 79 degrees, so go out and enjoy the nice weather, even if there's a little bit of drizzle out there. Hopefully that sun will be poking through so that you can enjoy your rest of your weekend. Up next, we have a feature by Matthew Howard that will be a farewell to Gavin, Ben, and myself.
As the spring semester comes to a conclusion, 3 members of our Whether or Not team will not be returning next semester. These 3 individuals have put in tremendous work to the Whether or Not show every week, and they have been great role models for all the new members who have joined us here this semester. These individuals also have tremendous passion for the forecasting and broadcasting industry, and it has shown all throughout this semester. I sat down with these individuals myself, Ben Yaya, Gavin Sandel, and Maddie Olms to talk about their experiences on the show. Ben, Gavin, and Maddie have been Whether or Not team members for the past 2 semesters. They had some great experiences on the show and would like to share their most valuable memories.
There's been so many good memories when it's come to Whether or Not. I would say just a lot of the experiences that I've had with everybody, past and present. In the fall, we had such a good crew. We had some past people like Dennis and Dave. They were awesome. Just having some good quality time with them in the studio was a lot of fun. This semester included with Matt and Austin, and Ben as well. Just everybody on the crew was a lot of fun. And really just spending my Wednesday nights here filming in the studio was a lot of fun.
My favorite role was forecasting, just because that's what I want to do. I want to forecast and broadcast on air. So getting that experience to do an extended forecast along with a short range forecast, that was something that I really enjoyed doing and I learned a lot.
Whether or Not gave me a broad variety of background in broadcast meteorology, which was really helpful in my internships. I was able to apply that knowledge through those as well as in my other classes. I liked that we got to be creative each week on creating features and different nature in the news stories, always finding out what's going on in the world around us and being able to share that with everybody else.
These student broadcasters flourished through hosting, forecasting, editing, and creating features. Even though they went above and beyond in all of these students showed more passion towards certain positions.
My favorite role probably was being a host as the role on camera, but I did love making features. Like I mentioned, you got to be creative, come up with different topics, and elaborate on a few more things than you might be able to on a day-to-day show recording when you're hosting or forecasting.
Just because that's what I want to do. I want to forecast and broadcast on air. So getting that experience to do an extended forecast along with a short range forecast, that was something that I really enjoyed doing and I learned a lot.
I'd say I'm divided onto forecaster and editor. Editor's a lot of fun because you don't have to do too much when it comes to showtime. You don't have to make nature in the news or anything like that, but it is fun where you could spend some time in the studio, do some directing, which I find enjoyable. And then you go up, it is a late night, but you can go up and do some stuff on the Mac and kind of have your own time, which is fun. Forecasting is good too because you're really the lead of the show at that night. You can craft your own forecast. You can go in Macs at quite an early time, make all that stuff up. But I think, editor and forecasting is my 2 favorite roles.
While these students will not return to the Whether or Not team in the fall, some will continue their Penn State journey next year. One of our members will be graduating this spring.
I am a senior, so I am graduating at the end of the semester. I'm really excited. I don't have a definitive plan quite yet. I do plan on staying here at Penn State for a couple more months, just till my lease runs out. I am going to be looking for jobs in the process. I'm going to be working with Weatherworld and the WeatherCom group here at Penn State, just getting more and more experience so I can be as prepared as I can be for the real world.
I am a junior, so I will have one more year here. I'm looking to go in the broadcast industry. So where that entails, I'm not so sure yet. I am still preparing on, seeing where to go, what to do. I'm going to be working here at Penn State in the summer, getting some good experience with Weatherworld. But next year, I'll just keep preparing. Unfortunately, not on whether or not, but still doing my best due diligence to get a job after school ends.
I will be finishing my degree in December of 2024, so I have one more semester here at Penn State. So I'm not graduating quite yet, but I'm very excited to see what's to come in the next semester.
Saying goodbye is not easy, but this is the beginning of what is to come for these individuals. These student meteorologists are excellent role models for the members who joined this semester. As these three Whether or Not broadcasters continue their journey as meteorologists, multiple new broadcasters will be on the show this coming fall. For Whether or Not, I am Matthew Howard.
We'll be seeing some sunshine on Friday as we head into the weekend, but some scattered showers throughout the day on Saturday and Sunday. Let's take a look at our weekend recap. Friday will have an abundance of sunshine with a high at 62 degrees, cooling off that evening to 42. Moving into the day on Saturday, some scattered showers will be moving in, sunshine poking through every now and then, with temperatures sitting at about 58 degrees, cooling off to 49 that evening. Pack a poncho if you're going to see the Luke Combs concert that night in Beaver Stadium. On Sunday, those scattered showers will be clearing out and that sunshine will be poking through yet again, with temperatures rising to about 79 degrees and cooling off to 57 that evening to finish off the rest of your weekend. Taking a look at the beginning of next week, temperatures will be starting off the week at about 85 degrees and cooling down to around 70, which is right about average for this time of year. On Monday, that sunshine will be there with a little bit of clouds, but those clouds move in Tuesday and Wednesday, and we'll be seeing some precipitation, hopefully not too much of a damper on those days. Finishing off the week, we'll be seeing some sunshine yet again on Thursday and Friday for a brighter end of the week.
Well, you mentioned some rain that might poke through during the weekend and especially next week as well, and that hints at the Weather Whiz Quiz question that I'm about to ask you guys. So what is State College's average total April precipitation? Is it A, 2.08 inches, B, 2.55 inches, C, 2.93 inches, or D, 3.51 inches? And if you guessed D, 3.51 inches, you would be correct.
Wow, Gavin, that's almost double the amount of rainfall that we've gotten this April alone, which is at 6.4 inches so far.
Absolutely. It's been quite a rainy April, but if you are looking at the record books, we are going to be a little bit short of the record for this April. That was set in 1993, where we had 8.5 inches of rainfall.
We'll be finishing off the month, so maybe that record will be broken.
Yeah, so we'll have to see. But in the quick time that we have before we go, whether or not we are very fortunate as the two hosts to be appearing on here for the last 2 semesters. Maddie, I know it's been a great ride.
Yeah, it was an enjoyable experience, and I'm sad to see it end for the both of us as well as Ben.
Absolutely. So great memories had by all. And for the final time, we'll be both signing off. Have an enjoyable day.